Hey everybody, it's Jared with Big Mo Motorsports here. Didn't race this past weekend, so not a lot going on. We did work on the Model A little bit. I had a work golf outing on Saturday, and I couldn't get done with that in time in order to go to race on Saturday night, and I needed to go to the golf outing. So either way, couldn't race this past weekend. We are planning to race this upcoming weekend, Friday night at Moeller Raceway, and it is a kind of the makeup race for the Hillbilly 100 race that we missed out on. So that'll be fun. New track, haven't been there before. Even more fun. It'll be, I think Moeller's only about an hour away from me here. So that's probably the closest racetrack I've been to in the last 4 years, maybe 5 years. So that's cool. It's Friday, so I'm taking a half day off of work. But it should be a good time. Weather looks like it's going to be great. Should be fun. Let's see. So for Moeller is a quarter-mile track, probably very similar to Tyler County Speedway, which was a quarter-mile track. I've watched some video on it. Don't know if it runs faster or slower than most, but I think it might run a little bit faster. It looks like it might be a little bit more banked. So I'm not sure about gear. So I took the 373, or I had the 373 in the car when I was at Tyler County Speedway for the Hillbilly 100. Talking to some of the other drivers around there, they were running potentially higher gears than that, 390s, 410s, somewhere in that range. I kind of didn't know if that would be a disadvantage for me, but I ran the 373 in the first feature that we had. Now granted, that's a track that was super muddy. I mean, like, you guys saw the pictures of my car, but I think that was like super tacky type of track. And the 373 felt good there. I was able to make up a decent number of spots, but I'm not sure, maybe running a 390, that might actually be a better option for me. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more research on Moeller. If it's more of a high-speed track, then I'm just going to leave the 373 in there, like if it's more banked. If it's less banked, I might put a 390 gear in. So we'll see. Probably not going to bring the 390 gear to change at the track. That'll be probably more work than what I want to do on a Friday night. Although we are just running hot laps and then a feature, so no heat races. So I would have time if I wanted to change the gear. I don't know. I might bring it if I decide not to change it, just in case. But we'll see. So either way, this weekend, this Friday night, Moeller Raceway. Next weekend will be Saturday night at Florence Speedway, which will be great. It'll be a bigger track. It's kind of one of the more famous tracks from around here. And then the weekend after that will be Brush Creek. For the season-ending championships night thing at Brush Creek. So so that's how that all goes. We are still planning on late October down in Atlanta for a road course. And then now Brush Creek has a beginning of November race, which is, I think, just for fun race. I hadn't planned on that initially. So I really don't know. I mean, that's a ways out. I haven't planned it in. I may go to that. I'd probably say tentatively I'm going right now, but we'll see. I will have gone to the road courses down in Atlanta, and I'm really not sure that I want to switch everything from road course back to dirt in a week or so, just for one dirt race. So we'll see. I'll figure it out as we go. Since we didn't race this past weekend, we got a decent amount of work done on the Model A here. We got the fuel system working good. Got the electrical system working good. as I was going through all that, I found several issues with the distributor. Ended up pulling the distributor, and I ordered a new distributor. That should be in Thursday. So with a Friday race this weekend, I might actually work on the Model A Saturday, Sunday, with the hopes of getting it running and maybe at least driving around the neighborhood. So we'll see how that goes. A couple of people wanted a walkthrough of the Model A, so I will give a little walkthrough here if I can. Don't mind the shop. Obviously, I'm a messy person when it comes to getting in the middle of projects. So you can see here. Oops. Sorry. You can see here, engine bay. I actually have the distributor goes in here. I have that pulled out. Interesting thing, and I'll show you when we get to the interior, is back in the day they didn't have vacuum advance or even mechanical automatic advance on the ignition. So you had to manually advance it yourself at the steering wheel. So I'll show you that. You can kind of see how everything looks here. Interior wise, nothing to shake a stick at. I do have all the seats. I've just pulled them out because they need to be reupholstered, and I haven't gotten a chance to pull out this this vintage restoration that had gone on here. I do have the floorboard that goes in here, so everything's fairly original. Not too bad. You can see I've got to replace the top, not just the headliner, but the vinyl top on it has some holes, but not too bad. I've changed all the fluids. The transmission fluid and the rear end fluid, or the rear end oil and the transmission oil, are very different than normal, and you have to buy special weight oil that is hard to find. It's like an antiques part type thing. You can see here I've actually converted it over this past weekend to a 12-volt system, negative ground. The Model A's were built with 6-volt positive ground, so everything was reversed from what a normal car would be. And that was just, I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. So I've gotten rid of the generator. I've added an alternator. I've added actually a little battery cutoff switch. Open up the starter and change the windings. Added a 12-volt coil and a ballast resistor. So should be good. One of the other interesting things, and I didn't point this out, these are actually the spark plug wires. They're copper strips, and they clip into the distributor, which is the distributor is really long, and so essentially you've got bare wire spark plug wires. Everybody I've talked to that has an original Model A and runs it original says that there's no problems with that. So, all right. You can see here, driver's side. Again, on the steering wheel, you actually have two levers here. This lever is an idle lever, an idle lever, and you can adjust your idle speed right from the steering wheel. And then this lever is the one I talked to you about. That is the mechanical advance, so the ignition advance. So other than that, it's got roll-up rear windows. You can see I've got the old seats right here. Got the spare tire in the back. Pretty straightforward. So we'll be working on that these next couple of weeks. We'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know. If you guys want more information on it, let me know. I can do more videos. But as far as racing goes, we're racing Friday this weekend, Saturday next weekend, and Saturday the weekend after that. I should show you, I haven't really done jack squat to the car. Maybe you saw it as I was over here. It's still dirty as hell from Tyler County. What my plan is right now, since we've got a Friday race, is to tomorrow night, or which is tomorrow night, it'll be Wednesday night or Thursday night. Just gonna take the car out into the driveway and wash it off. This will probably be the hardest to wash off I've ever had, because this stuff was really sticky dirt from the track. So we'll probably have to hose it down and get everything's good to go. So either way, that's the plan. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Thank you.